All right, now today we have just one tiny little bit of thing that we will see. Now I'll be very honest with you about the upcoming material right here. Now you can see the new icon right there. This is stuff that's new, okay? And I'll be very honest with you that we don't see this often. We don't, okay? But it is very important that you are fully aware of their existence, okay? Now, here's the thing that I would say that could cause a little bit of confusion. So let me go ahead and make it straight. Number one, if you look at the sign, these two are always the same, okay? These two are always the same, okay? Number two, well, the next sign that you write would always be the opposite of the other, the one that preceded. And then for the very last one, it's always a plus. Okay, for the last one, it's always a plus. Now, and altogether, in regarding to these polynomials or factoring, these three, and I would like to just to give you the remaining two that we covered before, which was a plus b squared is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. A minus b squared is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So you want to get a good, well, I hate to say this, but if you want to get a good SAT score, you better know these three very well. I don't think you need SAT for these two, but as you move on to higher level math, you certainly need this. Okay, you certainly need this. Now, so there's one thing I want to point out that might look very similar, but they're different. You can see right here, a squared plus ab plus b squared. There's no 2. There's no 2 right here. And we have a 2 right here on the right, but there's no 2, just a and b. And in case you did not practice enough, I'm going to warn you ahead. These two, what we call prime, which means that they cannot be further factored. Okay, so that's it. Okay, a cubed minus b cubed is just that. Okay, so we are going to see a few examples, and I will show you how to conquer this with absolute ease. Okay, it's about your vision. How do you see it? Okay, how do you see it so that you can make your life a bit easier? Okay, so I'm going to go through question 1, 2, 3 first. Okay, and then I will go through question 5, 6, and 7 next. All right, now what I would expect is that everybody, if you look at this x squared minus 64, your brain would just scream at you and tell you what the factors are. The factors are x plus 8, x minus 8. Sorry, thank you. Okay, I hope you're not just copying. I hope you are getting the sense that you know how to visualize this, you know how to factor this on the go. Okay, and you look at number 2. Now, this is where things could get a little bit more complicated because it's not just x squared. And whenever you see this is being the case, I always would advise students to do something like this. Just go ahead, break it down, okay? Because the identity that we had earlier was a squared minus b squared, right? And that gave us a plus b times a minus b. So if you can break it down to some square minus other things square, then you know it's going to be 2x minus 3 Well, 2x plus 3, 2x minus 3. Okay, and again, last week, well, actually, throughout the semester, I've been telling people to write these equal signs. Have you been writing these equal signs? And why is it important to write these equal signs? Because, well, that's how you check. Like this has to equal to this, it has to equal to this. If they are not equal to each other, you don't need me to tell you that you're wrong. You can tell yourself already that something is off. All right. So if you understand this technique, then we can move on to number 3 and say, well, how do you approach 9x squared minus 36y squared? It looks complicated. Well, not really. If you can break it down this way. What should be placed in the first set of parentheses? 3x. The second set of parentheses would be 6y. Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? Hold on 1 second. I just realized something. There's something caught my attention, actually. Can you see this? What's so special about these two numbers? They're both divisible by 9, right? So actually, I should pause a little bit, and instead of going all the way straight, this should catch our attention. And do this first, okay? If you can factor something easy, go ahead, do that first. If you do it later, things tend to be a bit more complicated. It's not wrong, it's just more complicated. So now actually you have a nicer picture to look at, right? So if you want to break it down, if you want to factor it, it will be x plus 2y and then x minus 2y. Now, for these, what I call the difference of two perfect square, you want to train yourself to the point that you just look at it and you can tell what the factors are, okay? Without using any pen and pencil, any paper. Okay?